Hi there. Welcome to Sustainability. I'm Dr. G, your professor. I'm happy to be here with you through this journey. This is the first time I've ever tried to teach this class online. It's my third year teaching it, and I really enjoy this class. I really enjoy it face-to-face, but I'm sure we'll make the online experience be a great one. Looking for everybody's cooperation in that. I know these are challenging times. I've done my best to try to make sure that nothing gets lost, and as we translate it from in class to online. So any hiccups or anything along the way, let me know. Please reach out. If you have any problems or anything gets complicated or maybe something's unclear, because we don't have the advantage of being able to raise a hand and ask a clarification question. And if your question is one that I feel like maybe a lot of people might have, don't be put off if I post your question maybe under an announcement with the answer, just because there's a good chance that other people might have the same question. So trying to make sure to stay engaged. I haven't seen anybody post anything yet in the discussion board, so might want to do that fairly soon so we can get some of these discussions going. I just want to go through a couple of quick start off, I don't know what you want to call it, kickoff moments before we get too much into the course. I know we're only a couple days in, but I want to start off on the right foot. So first of all, welcome. Thank you everyone for signing up. You don't sign up, we don't have a class, so I really appreciate that. Number two, make sure we're hitting those discussion posts. That's going to be where we have the most ability to interact with one another and to kind of dig through text, reading, questions, all that kind of stuff. Number three, I have had a couple questions already about the reading. Yeah, it is a little bit of a reading heavy class, but I think that's okay. We have a total of 4 books we're going to be reading, and we do read the whole book, but you have 3 weeks to read each book, and nothing says you have to finish the book before you're able to do other things in the module. So basically each module has a book, more or less. Our first book is a very short introduction, and it is very short. You can probably read it in an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if you're taking some notes. The other books get a little thicker. I would say this is probably our thickest one, but again, you have 3 weeks to read it, look through it, and I'm not gonna give you a book report. You're not gonna have to know the whole book front to back. So just pace yourself. If the reading gets a little overwhelming, skim through it, take a break, whatever. It's just there's a lot of good information to know, and people have already done all the work, done all the research, written it down for you, so there's no reason for me to rebuild the wheel when we have great resources for the information that you need to know. So make sure you keep up with your reading. If you need any help, I'm here. I'm going to try to get videos up fairly frequently. Any questions anybody wants me to put in the videos, any sort of like lecture material you want me to go over. I'm not a big one for lecturing, but if you guys want it or request it, I'm happy to do it. But yeah, just know that I'm here. You're not on your own. This is not a self-contained class. You have a teacher, and I'm right on the other side, ready to do whatever you need. So right off the bat, for our first module, make sure you're getting that reading done, your discussion done, and doing your sustainability check. For project 1, you are going to build a model of something that produces energy. It can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be, and then just don't forget to analyze your model and tell what works, what doesn't, why it's good, why it's not good, all that sort of stuff. So an example, you could burn a piece of wood. I mean, technically that's something that produces energy. I'd prefer if you did something a little more complex than that, but hey, if that's what you've got to work with, that's cool. I've also had students in the past go out and build a solar panel that they charge their phones off of. I've had people who lived on a farm collect cow manure and put it in a bottle for 2 weeks until it produced methane gas, and then they set it on fire. So you literally can have as much fun with this as you want, and then just tell me, well, would this be a good fuel source, How much did it take to get the fuel to actually do anything? Were you able to use it is it a sustainable fuel source? I mean, technically you can make energy from lemon juice, but how many lemons would it take to power a car? So that's the kind of mindset I want you to think with Project One. Have fun with it, and if your energy model, produces the tiniest fraction of energy, and you want to say this is the worst idea for energy ever, that's perfectly fine. I'm not looking for any of you to invent, the next source of energy. If you do, that's great, and we'll all get credit for it, and we'll go down the history books. But if not, just have fun with it. Play around with energy, do some research, figure out how energy works. If you manage to create a working solar cell, what can you do with it? How much energy will that give you? So just that sort of thing. So any questions, shoot them my way. I look forward to working with everybody, and hope you're having a great start off for this winter quarter. Talk to you later.